Students, let's learn today about the concept of capacitor. Capacitor is a system consisting of two conductors having equal and opposite charges separated by an insulator or a dielectric. A capacitor acts as a small reservoir of energy. A capacitor does not condense energy, but it can store it. When the charges on the conductor are increased, its potential difference also get increased. And C is called the proportionality constant, which is capacity of a conductor. The ability of a conductor to store the electric charge is called capacity of conductor. Capacity of conductor is the ratio of the magnitude of charge to the magnitude of potential difference across it, and it's called the farad. The other units are microfarad, nanofarad and picofarad. Capacitors are said to be connected in series if they are connected one after other in the form of a chain. Let the capacitors of the capacitances C1, C2, C3 be connected in series as shown in the figure, and let V1, V2, V3 be the corresponding potential differences in the capacitors. Thus, each capacitor receives a magnitude of charge Q. Hence, when the capacitors are connected in series, same current flows through them and all have the same charge plus Q induced on the plate. Thus, potential difference induced across capacitors is given by V1 as Q upon C1, V2 as Q upon C2 and V3 as Q upon C3. Total potential difference V will be V1 plus V2 plus V3. So if these capacitors are replaced by a single capacitor of capacity C such that effective capacity remains same, then Cs is equal to Q upon V. Therefore, V is equal to Q upon Cs. From this understanding, we obtain for two capacitors in series, 1 upon Cs is 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2, and if three capacitors are shown in the diagram, then we obtain 1 upon Cs as 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. For n capacitors, we can continue the same by adding their reciprocals. Capacitors are said to be connected in parallel if they are connected between two common points or junctions. Consider three capacitors of the capacitances C1, C2, C3 connected in parallel, and let Q1, Q2, Q3 be the charges deposited on the capacitors as shown in the figure. From the principle of conservation of charge, we obtain Q as the addition of Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3, and if these capacitors are replaced by single capacitor of capacity Cp such that Q is equal to Cpv, then we obtain Cp as C1 plus C2 plus C3. Electric field between the plates of capacitor without dielectric is E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. Also we have sigma as Q upon A. Here sigma be the surface charge density on the plates of the capacitor, so we obtain the electric field as Q upon A epsilon naught. A parallel plate capacitor consists of two parallel metal plates separated by a small distance. The space between the plates is filled with a medium of dielectric constant K. Here, one of the plate is given a charge plus Q, while other plate is earthed. As the distance between the two plates is very small as compared to the linear dimensions of the plates, the electric field is produced in the dielectric medium. The magnitude of the electric intensity at a point in the dielectric medium is given by sigma upon k epsilon naught, where sigma is the magnitude of the surface charge density on either plate. As we know sigma is q upon A, we can obtain E is equal to q upon k epsilon naught A, or q is equal to ak epsilon naught E. As we obtain the equations of the potential difference and the capacity of the capacitance, with considering that the field EP exists over a distance t and E naught over the remaining distance d minus t between the capacitor plates. If the dielectric fills up the entire space, then we obtain the equation C is equal to A epsilon naught K upon D. Here we can conclude that the capacity of a parallel plate capacitor depends on the area of plates, depends on the dielectric constant of the medium, and distance of separation between the two plates. So actually C is inversely proportional to 1 upon D. Here we are discussing another 3 special cases. If the capacitor is filled with n dielectric slabs, if the arrangement consists of n capacitors in parallel with the plate separation D, and if the capacitor is filled with a conducting slab where K is infinity. A question often asked is, derive an expression for the energy stored in a charge capacitor. For that, let us consider a capacitor of capacity C and Q with a charge on the capacitor at some instant. V is the corresponding potential of the capacitor, and by equation C is equal to Q upon V, we can obtain the potential as V is equal to Q by C. Now consider dW with the work done in depositing an additional charge dQ on the insulated plate of capacitor against its potential at certain instant during process of charging. To charge the capacitor from Q is equal to 0 to Q is equal to capital Q, the total work done can be obtained by integrating the equation. This work done is stored in the form of electrostatic energy in charged capacitor. Thus, energy stored in the charged capacitor is given by U is equal to half Q square upon C. And the different forms of the energy stored in the capacitor can be derived as Q is equal to CV. Therefore, U is equal to half CV square, and as C is equal to Q upon V, we can obtain the equation for U as half QV. And all these equations represent different forms of energy stored in a charged capacitor.